Ever wonder what a real zombie apocalypse would be like? Forget the movies. If zombies actually appeared, the world would react in a way that's far more complex and, honestly, a lot more interesting than Hollywood shows us. Scientists, mathematicians, and even military strategists have actually thought about this, and their conclusions might surprise you. So, let's break down what would really happen if the dead started walking. First up, let's talk numbers. This might sound crazy, but mathematicians at universities in Ottawa and Leicester actually ran the simulations. In a classic movie scenario, slow zombies with a 90% infection rate, their first model was terrifying. It predicted that after just 100 days, only about 273 humans would be left on the entire planet. We'd be outnumbered 1,000,000 to 1. Sounds like game over, right? But here's where it gets hopeful. When they added a crucial variable to the equation, human intelligence, the outcome completely flipped. They factored in our ability to learn from mistakes, to fight back more effectively over time, and to, make more humans. With that in the model, humanity didn't just survive, we eventually won. We would adapt, organize, and systematically eliminate the zombie threat. It wouldn't be a quick fight, but it's one we are mathematically favored to win in the long run. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty, biology. This is where the zombie myth really starts to fall apart. In the real world, a zombie's greatest enemy wouldn't be a survivor with a shotgun, it would be its own decaying body. Think about it. In a hot, humid place like Florida or Southeast Asia, the process of decomposition would be incredibly fast. Without a living system to repair tissues, the muscles would liquefy, organs would turn to mush, and the whole body would lose its structural integrity within weeks, if not days. The zombies would literally just fall apart. They wouldn't be shambling hordes, they'd be puddles of goo. But what about cold climates? Wouldn't they be preserved? Well, not in a helpful way. Zombies, being undead, wouldn't have any internal body heat. As soon as the temperature dropped below freezing, they'd become what you could call zombie sickles. They would freeze solid. Imagine an entire horde of zombies just frozen in place like statues, completely harmless until the spring thaw. This would give humanity in colder regions a huge seasonal advantage, months of safety to regroup, build defenses, and prepare for the thawing season. It turns the whole dynamic on its head. Then there's the biggest biological problem of all, energy. Everything that moves needs fuel. Our bodies convert food into something called ATP, which is the energy that powers our cells and muscles. A zombie, by definition, has a non-functioning digestive system. It can bite and eat, but it can't process that food into usable energy. So where does its energy come from? It would have to rely on the residual chemical energy stored in its muscles from when it was alive. Scientists estimate this would last at most for a few days before the zombie simply stops. It would run out of fuel and become an inanimate corpse once again. No magic, just basic science. The apocalypse would be over before it really began. Okay, so biology isn't on the zombie side. But what about our response? In movies, the military is always mysteriously incompetent and gets overrun in the first act. That's just not realistic. Modern militaries are designed to handle large-scale, coordinated threats. Believe it or not, the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control, already has a zombie preparedness guide. It's a fun, engaging way to teach people about real-world disaster preparedness, but it shows that these organizations have frameworks for mass outbreaks. The initial response would likely be containment. Governments wouldn't try to save every single town. They would execute what are called tactical withdrawals, sacrificing sparsely populated areas to fortify and protect major cities, industrial centers, and resource-rich, safe zones. It's a brutal calculation, but it's a strategic one. And let's not forget about firepower. A horde of slow-moving zombies has no strategy, no air force, no armor, and no long-range weapons. A modern military does. Think about it. Drones with thermal optics can spot a moving body from miles away, day or night. Heavy machine guns, armored vehicles, and artillery could wipe out thousands of zombies in open terrain with minimal risk.
The image of soldiers being swarmed in hand-to-hand combat is pure fiction. The real fight would be fought from a safe distance with overwhelming technological superiority. The zombies wouldn't stand a chance against a coordinated professional military. So if the zombies themselves aren't the main threat, what is? The real danger, and the one that would cause the most death, is the collapse of our infrastructure. Our modern world runs on a fragile, interconnected supply chain. If power plants fail because their operators are gone, the lights go out. If global trade stops, the food disappears from grocery store shelves within days. If water treatment plants shut down, clean drinking water becomes a luxury. In this scenario, far more people would die from starvation, dehydration, and preventable diseases like cholera than actual zombie bites. The real monster isn't the undead, it's the chaos that follows. Our dependence on a system we take for granted would become our greatest vulnerability. This leads us to the final and perhaps most terrifying phase, the human element. Sociologists predict the initial period, the Great Panic, would be the deadliest. When social order breaks down, it's not just the zombies you have to fear, it's everyone else. Widespread panic would lead to hoarding, riots, and conflicts over scarce resources. This is the paranoia horror, where survivors become just as dangerous to each other as the infected. Who can you trust? Is that friendly group approaching you genuinely looking to help you, or are they planning to take your supplies? This internal conflict could cripple humanity's ability to unite against the common enemy. But there's a modern twist to this: social media. In the 21st century, an outbreak wouldn't be a mystery. The first signs would be all over TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook. We'd see it happening in real time. On one hand, this could be a massive advantage, allowing for real-time tracking of the virus's spread and helping people avoid danger zones. On the other hand, it could pour gasoline on the fire of mass panic, spreading misinformation and fear faster than the virus itself, leading to unmanageable chaos. So, to sum it up, a real zombie apocalypse would be a short-lived biological event, followed by a long, brutal struggle for survival against a different kind of monster, ourselves and the world we broke. Humanity would almost certainly survive, but the world that emerged from the ashes would be forever changed. It's a sobering thought, but also a hopeful one. We're more resilient than the movies give us credit for. Thanks for watching and diving into this with me. What do you think is the most overlooked aspect of a zombie apocalypse? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite what-if scenarios.